This is Mindfulness with Richard Clarke. Listen, reflect, and deeply meditate. Kindness often sounds simple, almost sentimental, until you try to live it. You have moved to a new country. Familiar supports fall away. Daily contact becomes smaller, closer, and more personal. Suddenly, kindness stops being an idea and starts showing up in how you speak, pause, listen, and respond. Today we look at metta, loving kindness, not as a feeling you try to create, but as a way you inhabit your shared life in your new country. If this resonates, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and leave a comment about your own experience of community and practice. Welcome. This is Richard Clarke. Today's session will be on the subject of expanding the circle from personal kindness to community warmth. Metta, or loving kindness practice, often begins quietly and privately. You sit, repeat phrases of goodwill, and notice the heart soften. You feel it reaching out. Yet, real value of metta appears away from meditation. It appears in community, especially within expat life where relationships are close, repeated, and emotionally charged. You can't hide behind anonymity. How you show up matters. Personal kindness starts with how you relate to your own experience. Thoughts come and go, emotions move, old habits of judgment, impatience, or withdrawal show themselves. Metta asks you to meet these movements with friendliness rather than force. You are not fixing yourself. You are allowing space. This shift matters because the way you treat your own inner life becomes the way you meet others. Expat communities often carry unspoken pressure. People arrive with strong identities, histories, and expectations. Cultural misunderstandings occur. Opinions differ. Metta does not remove disagreement. It changes posture. You stop bracing. You notice the urge to defend, correct, or retreat, and you pause. That pause creates warmth. Mindfulness supports this shift by helping you recognize contraction as it happens. Tightness in the chest, heat in the face. A quick story from your mind, an emotional reaction when you feel you've been wronged. When you see these signs early, you gain choice instead of just reacting. You can soften the body. You can feel your feet. You can remember that you are sharing space with another person doing their best. Expanding the circle of kindness does not mean approving harmful behavior or staying silent when clarity is needed. It means speaking without adding aggression. It means listening without rehearsing your reply. It means allowing people to be imperfect without turning that into distance. In practical terms, this shows up simply: a warmer greeting, slower speech, a willingness to let small irritations pass, a moment of curiosity instead of assumption and automatic reaction. Over time, these movements change the emotional tone of your life. Warmth becomes something you actively contribute rather than wait for. When kindness flows naturally, separation loosens. You are no longer protecting an image of yourself. You are responding from presence. Community then becomes a field of practice rather than a problem to solve. This is how metta matures. It begins as a phrase. It becomes a way of standing, speaking, of listening, of being in a world. In shared life, that shift is felt. It invites trust. It supports belonging. And it reflects the quiet joy of a heart no longer clenched. Here's a guided meditation for us. Feel your feet making contact with the floor. Sense the support beneath you. Gently look around. Name a few shapes or colors. Let the eyes rest. Notice one neutral or pleasant sensation in the body: breath, warmth, or simple contact. Now, allow the eyes to close or soften. Feel your breath in and out, up and down. Bring attention to the heart area. Notice sensation without trying to change it. And silently offer yourself goodwill. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Notice any response in the body. Bring to mind someone you encounter in local expat life. No story is needed, just a presence. Offer the same goodwill. Let it be simple. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. And now widen awareness to include the shared spaces you move through: markets, streets, gathering, the you. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live with ease. Notice how kindness feels as a field rather than a task. If resistance appears, notice it. Rest as awareness for a few breaths. Gently return to sensing the room. Feel your feet again. And carry this quiet warmth forward. Let kindness move through you without effort. Let it shape how you arrive, how you listen, how you leave. This is metta lived, not imagined. So, Barley, how's your meditation been?
Well, it's been pretty regular. I remember, Richard, when we did this a long time ago, went to like a shopping area and sat down, and then you
Yes,
would send out those feelings to complete strangers.
yes.
That was fun to do. And now you're saying to kind of do it more with people that you actually know a little bit. So, but you don't
When
say
it,
anything, you're just sending out that vibe, right?
Right, you're sending out the vibe, and the way it goes classically is you start with yourself, then
Mm.
you start with the people who are closest to you, and then you reach out to friends and to associates and to the community. Then you reach out even to people you don't have a good relationship with.
Oh, yeah. That's the hard one.
And that's the hard one. And, in this kind of spiritual work, the hard one is often where the goodies are.
Hmm.
mm,
Yeah.
That's where you
Yeah.
face ideas about yourself that you wouldn't face otherwise, because in normal life they don't come up.
My mother always told me if you can't say something nice about someone, don't say anything at all.
We've all heard that,
That
but
came from,
we don't all feel that though.
no.
And, when you don't have something nice to say about something, Metta invites you to look within yourself and see what's going on. Maybe your problem with them isn't with them.
Wow.
With yourself.
That's right. That's right.
mm.
Okay, Michael, how's your meditation been?
Pretty good. Regular and really feeling very connected lately.
That's very good. That's very good. And I know from our being together at other times that you're one who has a meditation practice and it's been going on for a long time.
That's correct.
That's good. So it's a part of your life. It's not just something you do when you have time.
Yes, yes.
Anyway, that's very good. Carol, how about you?
Oh, just going along as usual. But I very much enjoy the idea of getting back into this meta state of mind, and and I enjoyed Barley when you said doing it with strangers. You can even do it with other people, and it made me laugh because sometimes it's easier with strangers.
Yeah, that's right. Because you don't have the emotional load with strangers than
Ah,
you do with people who are close.
And I certainly, Richard, when you give us the assignment to well wish the most evil people, then it's going to test me for sure. I don't feel like I
Uh-huh.
have an assignment quite yet.
Well, that means it's probably time for it.
I thought you were going to say that, but nuh-uh.
Good. How's your meditation been, Tom?
I'd say it's getting more regular. I'm happy to report that.
Very good.
Beginning with maybe 10 minutes and then increasing, but more on a regular daily basis, and that's progress.
I think that's a lot of progress.
Yeah.
And if you can quiet your mind for 10 minutes a day, that already starts to give you some real relief.
Yeah, indeed.
And, you can expand it as you go along. And then it could be after a while, you discover that you don't have to wait for meditation to be mindful.
Yes, that's it. That's good.
For me, one of my personal goals for a long time is to be mindful all the time. And why
Well,
not? You're conscious and aware all the time.
I'd
So
say
you have to.
I'm more mindful than I used to be. I'd put it in
Uh-huh.
that context.
That's good.
Anyway, very good. And now we have another video, and it might surprise you, but this is on Metta.
Well, metta means loving kindness or loving friendliness. There's various different translations. It's the first of the immeasurables, what we call the sublime abidings, the Brahma Viharas, immeasurable appamana. These four qualities, metta, karuna, mudita, upekkha, loving kindness, compassion, sympathetic joy, and serenity or equanimity, these are what we would call the emotions of the pure heart. And so when the heart is free of greed, hatred, and delusion, then the emotional disposition of the citta, of the heart, is a blend or one of these four qualities. So it's the emotional tone of the enlightened mind. It functions through these four modes. So metta is that basic well-wishing in relationship to all beings. It's like the sort of starting point or the ground is of wishing all beings well, and so it's a quality of kindness. One of the things that it's important, even though we use the word love in loving kindness or loving friendliness, it's more to do with kindness. Oftentimes, Ajahn Sumedho would often emphasize how we mistake loving for liking, and that you can love something and not like it at all. And so metta, he would often emphasize, you're not trying to make yourself like everything. Metta practice is not trying to force a sweetness when there's bitterness, but you can be kind to that which is not likable. Like I have a pond out here, you can hear the fountain going. There's many fish that live in the pond. Well, there's occasionally a heron that comes along that likes to feed on the fish, so that I feel protective towards the fish in this pond. So, and rather than feeling generous towards the heron, I tend to be protective towards the fish. So when the heron comes along, I'll go out and clap my hands loudly or make a noise of some sort. I don't have to like the heron or to stand aside to let it eat the fish. I can take action, but to encourage it to go away, but it doesn't mean to say I don't have metta for it. I say I love you completely, but no you're not eating these fish. So so sometimes metta is mistaken for trying to sort of think pink or have a positive attitude or an attitude of liking everything, which is a misunderstanding. It's much more to do with kindness, or and the way I like to describe it is really having two aspects. One is a receptive aspect, which is that the basis of metta is a radical acceptance. In this moment, it's like this. There's an open-heartedness, and that quality of kindness or open-heartedness, I would say that's the real essence of metta. Everything belongs. Even the heron that wants to eat the fish in the pond, that it belongs. Everything belongs, and so that radical acceptance, that's the receptive aspect of metta. Then the expressive aspect is like the out-breath, like the in-breath is the receptive aspect and the out-breath is the expressive, is then that sense of everything belongs, and then the response to that is may all beings be at ease, may all beings be well, may all beings be happy. And so that quality of well-wishing or benevolence towards all beings is a result of that acceptance. So they work together. It's not just that outgoing quality, but I feel it. An aspect of it that is sometimes missed is that open-heartedness.
All right, and now we're going to meditate for a while. Mindfulness is paying attention on purpose. It is present moment awareness. Paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non-judgmentally, fully receive whatever is experienced. Then let it go. All right. And now we'll have our chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om. Peace, peace, peace. All right. Good to see you. Good to have you with me. Glad that we can get together.
And thank you.
Namaste.